Alright, happy Friday everybody. And this video is going to be on 4 horror movie franchises that you can live with and all the rest go. For me, the 4 horror movie franchises that I would actually keep and watch for the rest of my life would be Friday the 13th franchise, the Scream franchise, the Halloween franchise, and I'm going to make it clear in the Halloween franchise, Halloween, the original, Halloween 1 through Resurrection. That timeline, or whatever you want to call it. Not the Rob Zombie or the David Gordon Green stuff, but the original 1978 Halloween through Resurrection. That franchise. And then the Anthony Perkins Psycho films. And give me those 4 franchises, I'll repeat them again. The Friday the 13th franchise, the Scream franchise, the original Halloween franchise, which includes Halloween 1978 all the way to Halloween Resurrection, and then the Anthony Perkins Psycho films. Again, give me those, and I'm good with horror films. So that is it. The reason why I like these horror films that I just mentioned, these horror franchises, because they're pretty much all slashers. You do get a lot of the suspense with Scream and then the Anthony Perkins Psycho films. I believe Psycho didn't become a real true slasher until like maybe Psycho 3, but still, that franchise doesn't have a really huge body count. Halloween, I know a lot of people say Halloween is the start of the slashers, but if you look at 1974, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which did not make this list because I don't really like the franchise at all, really too much. There's only like 2 of them that I really like out of that entire franchise, but people would probably argue and say Halloween was the one that started all with the slasher craze. But then you look at movies that were right before it, particularly, you had Psycho that was out in 1960, then you had Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which came out in 1974. Those were considered slashers, at least to me, they are. Even though, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you had Leatherface and his cannibalistic family, which I thought was scary, a lot scary. Psycho, it's, basically a crazed young man that's, went completely nuts, killing his mother and then acting, speaking in her voice, dressing up as her, doing the killings and stuff at the hotel, and basically wouldn't let any woman come between Norman and mother and stuff like that. So, yeah. You let me know, guys, what is your favorite, what 4 scary movie franchises that you can live with for the rest of your life and just watch for the rest of your life and then get rid of the rest. I mean, you guys already know mine. I'm probably going to make a video on horror films that are not really a franchise. We'll have to wait and see which one of those I would watch and for the rest of my life and do away with the others. But particularly me, the ones I picked, the Anthony Perkins Psycho films, the original Halloween franchise from 78 to Resurrection to Scream to Friday the 13th. Arguably, I don't think anybody would argue with me on it. They probably could. That's a solid lineup that you have, Oracle, and it is. It really is, because this is stuff that I grew up on, as a kid, and I've loved these 4 franchises since I was a kid, and I'll never forget when Psycho 4, the beginning, aired on USA Up All Night. I didn't know there was a Psycho 4 until that. And it was believed that was when Gilbert Gottfried was hosting USA Up All Night. And that's when I discovered it, and I thought, man, this is really cool. We get a prequel sequel for this. Norman Bates, Anthony Perkins, in his last performance as his character, calling in on a radio station, and you get all pretty much a little bit in detail, in depth detail of what his life was like as a child growing up, and stuff like that. Um, the Scream franchise, I didn't hear that until like 96, 97, basically 96. And then my stepfather was at work. He called my mom, hey, there's this new horror film. It's called Scream. It's going to be on this channel at this time. You guys should try to check it out and see what it's like. And we sure did, and it became a hit pretty much. And that's how I discovered Neve Campbell and all that, and just cool stuff. Of course, Friday the 13th, which is my favorite Friday horror franchise. Grew up on that when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Yeah, I know some people might think, oh, that's too young, but but at the time, I'm an '80s kid, so born in '84. So I had family time. Oh, it's just a movie, and none of it's real. I had I think my oldest brother kept saying that it's just a movie, none of this is real, and Friday the 13th was a big hit for me. So that, pretty much in the making, that was that. So, further to do, guys, that's all I got. Just let me know in the comments below, what are the 4 horror movie franchises that you guys can live with for the rest of your life and watch for the rest of your life, and then that's it. But with further ado, this is Oracle signing up. Have a great Friday and have a great start of your weekend, guys. It should be an awesome one. Take care.